Hi, everybody. I got another great book. This one I love. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I think because it it's got that rocky, rhythmic uh, feel to it. So I hope that you like this. But I want to show you for all you moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and whoever else is out there. At the very back of this book, if I turn it around, right up at the top, it says, "Read to a child." The most important 20 minutes of your day, right there. Read to a child. You won't regret it. Anyway, Possum Come a Knockin'. This is by Nancy Van Laan and it's illustrated by George Booth. You ready? Here we go. Possum come a knockin' at the door, at the door. Possum come a knockin' at the door. Granny was a sittin' and a rockin' and a knittin' when a possum come a knockin' at the door. Ma was busy cooking in the kitchen, making taters, and a possum came a knocking at the door. Pa was busy fixing and a banging and a pounding when a possum came a knocking at the door. Pappy was a whittlin' making play toys for the baby when a possum come a knocking at the door. Sis was tossing baby while Pappy was a whittlin' when a possum come a knocking at the door. Brother was untangling all the twining line for fishing while Sis was tossing baby and Pappy was a whittling and Pa was busy fixing and Ma was busy cooking and Granny was a knitting when a possum come a knocking at the door. Coon Dog was a twitching and a scratching in the corner when a possum came a knocking at the door. Tomcat started sniffing and a spitting and a hissing when a possum came a knocking at the door. "What's that?" Sis said. "Don't know," Brother said. "What's that?" Pa said. "Don't know," Granny said. "But that cat," she said, "that cat oughter go." Then Dog started sniffing and a pawing and a growling while the cat tail a twitching and a hissing and a howling, making Granny stop a knitting and Pappy stop a whittling, and Baby started fussing, Sis and Brother started cussing 'cause a little old possum was knocking at the door. "What's that?" Granny said. "Don't know," Papa said. "What's that?" Ma said. "Don't know," Pa said. Then I creepy crossed the floor and peeked under the door. "It's a possum come a knocking on the door," I said. "It's a possum come knocking on the door." Then Brother came a leaping and Sis came a running and Baby came a crawling and Dog started howling and Pappy was a chuckling and Granny's eyes was a twinkling as Ma followed Pa to the door. "Now hush," Pa said. "Now hush," Ma said, and slowly Pa opened up the door. "Now y'all stop your hollering, your fussing, and your cussing, 'cause there's nothing that's a knocking at the door." "No possum?" Pappy said. "No possum," Pa said. "No possum?" Granny said. "No possum," Ma said. Then we all started doing like before. Granny was a sitting and while Poppy was a whittling, Ma was a cooking and Pa was a fixing. Brother was untangling while Sis was tossing baby. Coon Dog was a scratching and Tomcat was a licking. And I was just a sitting and a looking out the winder when I saw what I saw screwed up the old oak tree. possum was a scootin' and a scramblin' and a danglin'. That possum that was knockin' made a fool out of me.